That's why I'm so in love with you. You're giving me the sweetest taboo. That's why I'm so in love with you. There's a quiet storm, and it never felt like this before. There's a quiet storm. Today was an annoyingly good day. It was a nice day. You give me the sweetest taboo. That's why I'm so in love with you. I love that song. I love Sade. I've been listening to her music all the time. That's all I listen to at the moment, and it's really good. Because yeah, I remember I said, like, before I was depressed, I would listen to a lot of random music, but music is, it really is important what you listen to. It can have an impact on how you think and your mood. It really does. It's real. So if you listen to a lot of music, like, be careful. The lyrics and the words and the message in it can really influence you, you know? And everyone has their own tastes. So something, I don't know, something scary or different can make someone happy, whereas something happy can just annoy someone. Like, we all have different tastes. So I think, yeah, for me, Sade, she really makes me feel like confident and happy. And this feeling when I listen to her music is like I can't describe it. It feels like freedom, euphoric. It feels like a warm night, you know, like a warm summer night, or it feels like a city night. City city lights, business nights, or maximum drive. Yeah, it feels like a city night with the lights. And yeah, it's so I've been listening to her a lot, and it's been making me feel good. And that's really important, you know? She's getting me through this month. Yeah, that's for sure. She's gonna get me through this month. Because this month I'm going to be working a lot, working so much, and I am going to save up all that money I make, and I'll be gone by next month, and I'm super excited. And I finally told my mum, like, I plan on a month trip next month. And she was I could tell she was worried about it. She was like, she doesn't like when I leave her side. She's very close. I would say clingy, but I understand why she's clinging. I'm not like bashing any parent who's like that, you know? I'm not bashing her for that. I'm not shaming her for that, but she is quite clingy. So, but she says as long as I'm happy, you know, which is fair. So I'm really excited. I really hope that, I really want this to work. It's so funny how from my first video, I really wasn't expecting much from it. And since I made that video, everything's changed for me. I really started to figure out what I wanted. And the biggest thing I figured out was I want to travel, and like, I want freedom, you know, since making that video. And I'm only looking at like what the next month entails. I'm only focusing on the next month, you know. I don't know if I'll come back. I don't know if like after that I'll still be here. I don't know what the future holds at all, and I'm fine with that, because right now is enough to worry about. So I'll focus on now, on the now. I wanted to talk about, well, some things I've been thinking about lately have been how I am finished with waiting on people to change. You shouldn't wait for people to change, because you're doing a damage to yourself, and you're wasting time. When you wait on people to change, you're relying on their behavior to change your mood, your feelings. And that's not right for you, because you'll always be miserable, and you should never rely on someone for your happiness, you know? Entirely. So I'm just thinking of what I'm going to title this video. Last video, I was quite awkward, because I get anxious even right now. Like, I'm anxious like filming. I think I still have that need to look perfect, be perfect in front of the camera. So I'm like getting anxious, and I start then overthinking, and then like my words don't come out naturally, you know. I want to keep that same energy I had in the first video, where I just speak my mind and I don't worry about how anything looks, you know, and I just kind of splurge out everything, let things come out naturally. But I'm still struggling with that right now, because I don't know why I'm still struggling with that, but I'm trying, and hopefully as time goes on I'll get a little better, you know. But I feel like when I make videos like this going forward, I'm sharing a part of me that I don't share with anyone in my life, you know. Like the things that I say in these videos, my views, my opinions, just my thoughts. Like I don't really do this normally. I'm not used to this, because I'm used to being like the listener, being the therapist, and just being the one that is silent and listening to people, you know, because I'm good at listening, I'm good at understanding from all sides, and that is kind of like a curse most times, because then people, you know, they come to me to be listened to and stuff, you know. But I'm not just a listener. Like, I also yap a lot, and I also have so many like thoughts and opinions, and I want someone to listen to me, you know. So this is kind of like a nice way that I can speak my thoughts and be listened to in a way. And it's really nice, you know, because I also am learning a lot about myself. I get to learn a lot about myself and who I am through speaking to this and doing this, you know. So yeah, and I'm so grateful that there's people who actually stick around, you know. I wasn't expecting that at all, so I'm very grateful. Yeah. I went to a charity shop today with my mum, and we were looking around. It's a really good charity shop with lots of antique stuff. And I remember, like, lately I've been thinking I really want to play guitar. And because I really want to start singing, like practicing my voice. My keloid's really bothering me when I look at my reflection. I really want to practice guitar, because I want to practice my singing voice. because I really like singing, and I think that if I worked a bit more on my voice, it could start to sound decent, you know? So yeah, I like for past weeks I've been thinking of, I want a guitar. I want to play guitar. Why not? And then today when I walked in the charity shop, there was a guitar like just like right at the entrance sitting there. And one of the strings was broken, and I didn't get the guitar. I didn't have my card, first of all, and my mum kind of convinced me not to get it because our friend has one and she can, give it to us, but I'm impatient. I rather would have gotten the broken guitar because I'm impatient and I don't like waiting on people, again, relying on people. It's, it's always annoying. But yeah, hopefully I'll start when I get a guitar. Hopefully I'll start like I want to document like my process of practicing and singing, because I just want to explore all my hobbies and skills, it's fun and it makes me feel alive. Working and surviving and tolerating things don't make me feel alive, they make me feel miserable. So these are like being able to do this, experiment with all my hobbies. Those are the things that make me feel happy, in this life. Speaking to God, those are all those things are what make me happy in this life. Yeah. It's hard that when you're sort of different for some reason, well, I know the reason, but when you're different and you're chosen, it's hard to, you don't relate to anyone, like there's nobody that you can really learn from, and because you know it all, kind of, there's no one that you can really, sort of learn from, and I like, maybe it's where I live, living in a small town, a small area. Maybe it's that, but I always feel like people are like everyone around me, they just like, it's so normalized, the things they talk about and the interests they have, it's so boring and uninteresting to me, but I play along because it's normal. It's kind of like normalized in society. And I feel like there's obviously a reason. It's because my path, my calling is higher, and it doesn't match like small thinking, I don't want to bash people for just living their lives, and if that's how they want to live their lives, if they're happy with these kind of small-mindedness and like living in a bubble, that's fine if they want to live their life like that. This hoodie looks really dumb, but like, for example, like at work I have this friend, and the most interesting thing she can talk about is like her boyfriend, and I've been friends with another person who thinks that, I feel like all my friends, like, I see a pattern with a lot of girls around me, I see a pattern, and with people, I guess. It's not just girls. People are just so quick to settle down, you know? They'll find a partner and that's it. Like, they don't want to go higher. But I look at myself and like, I'm not judging. I can't judge because they're not different. They're part of the crowd, you know, and that's how they live their life. You know, I don't look down on anyone who wants to just live a normal life. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like I'm different and I don't relate to anyone's opinions, anyone's like thoughts or anything like that. Everything bores me, you know, whatever anyone says, it bores me. It's not interesting to me. And I hold back a lot. Like I don't, but I play along, you know, I play along to normalize like at work, at home. I'm not really around a lot of places though, so it might be different once I venture out a little more, you know, and meet some more interesting people. So yeah. But it's very exhausting to keep up with, you know, fake laughing, being kind of playing into being interested. It's exhausting to keep up with, you know, and I need to take a lot of breaks. I like to, you know, take a break and go to nature or something, somewhere quiet. I'm really happy that my relationship with God is doing well right now. I mean, it's always good from his side, you know, it's only me who draws away, but I'm really happy that I feel like lately I've been doing well on my side more, you know, because I went through a season of not being being messy, and you know, he loved me and stood by me either way. But it was a bad season, and now I'm slowly emerging out of it, and I'm very happy and proud of myself for stepping forward, you know. And now I know where to go, you know. He's given me a plan, and I'm so happy that I know where I'm going this time. I put my full trust in him, and now I have a solid direction again, you know. Even if it's just for like the next month, I still know the next step. Like I just need to know the next step. That's it. I don't need to know the whole staircase, just the next step, you know? Because when I get there, when I take the step and I'm at the new stage, I'll know again, you know? He'll show me again where to go. I don't know whether I'll quit my job or stay. I don't know if I'll still be here by the end of the year. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just stepping out in faith and in full trust, and I'm just relying on my abilities and my strengths. And I'm just not waiting on anyone anymore. I'm completely focused on myself this time. I'm done waiting for people to change, and I'm done asking for permission to live my life. I've stopped doing that now because I realized that nobody understands me anyway, and nobody, at the end of the day, only God knows me, truly. He knows my heart. He's the one I want to follow, to impress, to, you know, feel validated from, not people that don't know me to the full extent. They don't know my soul. They don't know my heart, you know? They don't deserve my happiness. So I'm done asking for permission to live my life. and it's so freeing. I'm just excited to live in the new chapter of exploring, exploration, and just figuring out who I am, you know? Or evolving who I am, actually, because I believe that we don't really discover who we are. We kind of grow more, you know, because it's like when we are not like a static identity, you can change your identity. You can change. You can become a different person over some time. You can be a completely different person to who you were before, you know? You can be born again, and it's so real and possible. I don't believe that, that's why I don't think like saying like, oh, I want to discover myself. No, I believe like, no, you just want to grow. You're not static. Your identity isn't in stone. So I really believe that. I can't wait to travel. I've always wanted to travel, but I never did it because I got comfortable, and I always waited for someone's permission. I didn't know whose permission it was, but I just always waited for someone's permission. And then I realized I can just go, you know? I feel like I was hurt so bad that it forced me to think, at the end of the day, I just have myself. And would I really want to abandon myself if I'm all I have? No. And I believe in myself. I believe in myself this time because I have God, I'm his child, and he promises me that he has plans of peace and success for me. And he's put things in my heart, in my mind. He's given me the imagination, the visions, and I'm following them, and I believe in them this time, I have full trust and belief in myself. And I've never had that before. I've never had that. I used to be afraid of my own shadow. I used to be a completely different person, But sometimes God will allow bad things to happen to you because you would never move otherwise. You would never change, He would let you go to rock bottom, feel that, experience that, so that you change and that you take your life seriously, The biggest thing I learned is that I'm done waiting for people to change. And I'm done waiting for someone's permission to live my life. And I believe in myself this time. I have to believe in myself. I have to believe that this is going to happen. I am going to be successful. I am. I just know it. It doesn't matter how long it took when it happens. It won't matter how long it took. And I guess I'm fine, being different, not like feeling like an anomaly in here. Like really nobody else in the world knows what I've been through and what I'm going through, and nobody shares the same, I don't know what it is, the same feelings, I guess, Like, don't you want more? Don't you want more in this life than just a boyfriend, a car, A ring? Don't you want more? A baby? My soul is electric. I yearn for something beyond daily life, for something beyond mediocrity. I feel it in my bones. And I know in my personality that it's meant for me. And it just excites me so much. Because this life that I have at the moment, it does not represent who I am and how I feel. It doesn't define me. Your environment doesn't define you. If you want more, you know. I'm excited that I'm embracing that now. And I hope that one day I'll meet someone that I can be in a partnership with. And that we both are the missing gloves in each other's lives, you know? I believe that sometimes like some people are meant to live life with one friend, two friends, one partner, like, and I believe that I'm meant for a relationship that isn't ordinary, you know, that is not ordinary by all means. And on the outside, it doesn't look like a typical relationship, you know? It's something really, really deep and deep, yeah. Because my love and who I am, like I said earlier, not a lot of people relate. So I have to end the video because it's gonna be too long. Ugh. But also, this is my channel, this is my diary, so I can also do whatever I want, Layla. You can do whatever you want. If you want to talk for an hour, upload an hour video, do that. You don't have to limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. You finish when you feel done, not when you think you have to be done. You finish when you feel done. When you feel like you've said everything you wanted to say. This is your channel, this is your diary. It's a real diary. It doesn't have any editing, doesn't have anything aesthetically pleasing. It's a raw, real, unfiltered diary of a stranger. That's it. So I'm not gonna stop recording. I'm just gonna keep recording. Yeah, Said's music has been really helping me picture the kind of love that I will have one day, you know? But right now, I don't want that, and I'm not focusing on that right now. I just think about it sometime, or when I'm listening to her music, I you know, I feel it the most, you know. But I don't want that right now. I feel like that's not what this chapter's about right now, because this chapter is about I'm finding, or I'm growing myself, discovering myself, learning about who I am outside of what I give people. Because I give to everyone, you know. And I cannot relate to anyone. You don't have to believe me. You can think like, oh, everyone says that, you know, that they're different, they don't, you know, relate, and that they're going to be millionaires, and they're above the, you know, the matrix, you know. But, and that's understandable. So you don't have to believe me. I know in my heart that there's something about me, I don't know yet, but there's something about me that is very, very rare, and I cannot, you can't, it's not common what I am. It's not common what I am, you know? It's not. I'm a very specific, particular variant of this world. So you're not gonna catch me like, I can't mingle with common, okay, this sounds so like posh and entitled. It's hard to explain, man, because I can't even put it into words. I can't mingle with the crowd. I just mask, you know? That's not, I always, every day, like my daily life is just masking for people, because people will get uncomfortable, and also people cannot handle what I am, you know? For me, I believe it's just easier to mask, you know? It's easier to mask. But what I am is so big, you know? I'm a lot. As a person, I'm a lot. I am thousands of people in one. Thousands of people, you know? I'm an old person. I'm a child. I'm an animal. I'm a spirit or a soul. We're all souls. I'm just everything. And in my life, like, we all have different personalities for people, like for different people. That's normal, you know? I do that too. But on top of that, I also mask a lot of myself and my personality. Because again, like, I know that when if I show up truly, authentically as me, I can flip buildings. I can flip entire rooms of people. I know the power I hold, you know, and I choose to keep it hidden. I choose to keep it held back. But with these videos, I want to express the part that can flip buildings and make people stare, and, you know, I want to do that. You know, in order to do something good, you have to do it badly first. In order to do something good, you have to do it bad a couple times first. Oh, can you see that? I'm digging into my butt, sorry. In order to do something good, you have to do it bad first. And that's just how it is. But it's good.